Today, traders find out that the US lawmakers were not ready to strike a compromise and decide on a size of the stimulus package aimed to prop up the economy during the pandemic. So the market is shifting focus back towards macroeconomic reports. What data is due at the end of the trading week? Let's watch our regular video calendar on InstaForex TV channel. On early Thursday, the Bank of Japan will unveil its policy update. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the Bank of Japan declared that the domestic economy was in extremely severe state. Nevertheless, the economy is expected to revive gradually following the pandemic-driven crisis. The Bank of Japan maintained its short-term interest with a view to keeping yields of a 10-year government bond at 0% at its September meeting. The key policy rate is likely to remain the same at minus 0.10% at the policy meeting as well. Experts predict that it will be inevitably raised to 0.10% in 2022. It's evident that the yen is appreciating to a greater extent than the US dollar, so traders are pleased about the yen's strength. Later on Thursday, traders are anticipating the first estimate of the US gross domestic product for the third quarter. The COVID-19 pandemic forced many businesses to close. That dealt a blow to the global economy. The US economy shrank by an annualized 31.4% in the second quarter, making it difficult for the US consumers and businesses to rise up. The Federal Reserve reckons that the US economy could shrink by 3.7% in 2020, upgrading the first estimate of a 6.5% drop. It's still unclear whether the economy will go back to normal because the question is open when the coronavirus vaccine will be available nationwide. In the third quarter, the US national output is expected to rebound by 32%. To a big disappointment for the traders, the outlook for the US economy is still overshadowed by uncertainty. Investors hope for the best in 2021 and wait for the economy to rise again. Investors will certainly cheer the news that the US economy has recovered from a severe downturn in the previous quarter. This will revive demand for American assets, including the US dollar. The highlight of the week is the ECB policy meeting scheduled for Thursday, October 29th. The soft consumer inflation in the euro area is likely to assure the ECB officials to fine-tune all settings of monetary policy. The condition of the TLTRO also have to be changed. The policymakers stated that near-term inflationary pressure would remain subdued owing to weak demand. The Pandemic Emergency Purchase Program is most likely to be used in full to provide the needed accommodation to offset the devastating pandemic impact and to bolster the inflation. The ECB interest rate is still expected to be 0% even in the long run to ensure that the inflation rate will continue to be sustained. The euro is expected to advance in response to the policy announcement and press conference. On Friday, the market will be reported the personal spending and income data because consumer activity is the main driving force of the US economy. Personal income in the United States could have dropped by 2.7% in August from a month earlier, although it increased by nearly 0.5% in July. The score in August is the third biggest drop ever in personal income. The reason is obvious: a decrease of unemployment insurance benefit. Another important criterion to nearest consumption is personal spending. In August, personal spending in the United States could have increased 1% month on month at the same rate as in July. It's evident that the personal spending in the United States has been expanding and will continue to increase next year. Apart from the above said events and reports, it would be a good idea to take notice of other publications. On Thursday, don't miss data on Germany's labor market. A report on the net lending to individuals from the UK will shed light on consumer activity in the kingdom. Later, Germany will release their first estimate of consumer inflation for October. On Friday, traders will get to know inflation data for the Eurozone, as well as preliminary GDP for the third quarter in Germany and the Euro area. You were watching Forex Trader Calendar on InstaForex TV channel with me, Kate Tichina. We wish you profitable deals with InstaForex.